What's up, people? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day. Today's episode was actually pretty good. A little nutty, but good. So what I have here is my copy of one of the Soaps and Death issues, ABC Soaps and Deaths, um, for January 18th through February 1st. I love this edition. I read it from pillar to post. This was an interesting read. Very, very interesting. Um, they had an interesting article in there. One of the articles was, out of these characters, who did not own the Hornet Star? Helena Cassadine, Luke Spencer, Sam Morgan, Johnny Zakara, Lulu Spencer, or Ethan Lovett. Which one of them did not own the Hornet Star? I'm asking all of you that question. I don't want you to look it up. Just tell me in the comments your answer. Do not look up the answer to who did not own the Hornet Star. Which of these people? When you put your answer in the comment section, I will comment and I will tell you, out of these people, who did not own the Hornet Star ever in life. One of them did not own it. One of them. Only one. One of them did not own it. Do not look up this answer. It's cheating. Do not look it up. But anyway, good article. It was a good edition. I read it from pillar to post. So anyway, today's episode of GH. Morgan. Please stop begging. Every time he begged, he just sounded like an old Keith Sweat song. Just stop begging. Please stop begging. He just kept, every time he begged, all I kept seeing was baby, please. That's all I kept seeing. It's like, stop begging, please. Kiki don't want you. Stop begging. But I love the maturity of Kiki because she broke down to him about why she didn't want to be in a relationship with him. And I respected her decision. I respected her logic in this. You know what I mean? Because of his bipolar issues and him still trying to figure out his meds and take his meds and get it under control. She just didn't know which Morgan she would get. You know what I mean? Would she get crazy Morgan one day, nice and sincere Morgan next? She just didn't know. So she didn't want to go through that roller coaster. You know what I mean? Because she's already had a lot of difficulties lately. What he had me laughing though when he said that we're both damaged goods, I wanted to bust out laughing. I said, "Wow, that was a description." Um, I just think Morgan should focus on him. You know what I mean? I think he just got a new job. He's still getting used to the meds. I think he should focus on his job. He should focus on him. Getting himself better, staying on the meds on a regular basis. Just focus on you. Don't focus on Kiki, Darby, no relationship. Just don't. He should just take this time out to, get himself situated. That's what I think. Um, like I said yesterday, I love the Robert I love the Robert and Anna scenes and stuff like that. I love it because they're kick ass. It reminds me of old school GH where they used to knock down doors, kick ass, and take names. And I love it. Of course, Carlos is in panic mode because he feels that him and Sabrina got to hurry up and get the hell out of there. But she's gone in labor. She can't drive. You know what I mean? She doesn't want to get into a car because of the baby. That's how she lost Gabriel, by having a car accident. She didn't want to chance it, which I can understand. But he made a phone call. Paul. He got a phone call from Paul, and Paul basically told him, either you get the fuck out of there, or they're gonna bring you back to Port Charles. And either way, either Paul is gonna kill him or Sonny's gonna kill him. Either way, he's gonna die. But Carlos threatened that, before they could do anything, he would tell Anna everything. He'd tell the cops everything. And then Sonny would be coming after Paul. So, he tried to use a trump card. I don't know how much it's going to work, but, I mean, it got Paul rattled for the moment. So, Paul called Anna when she was at the hospital with Robert. She got a call from Paul. And during that whole conversation, after they hung up, she told Robert, Paul is on to her. And I love the fact, I love it. I love the fact that she was able to read between the lines through that phone call she had with Paul. Because had this been RC still writing this character, you remember when RC was writing for Anna, he dumbed her down. Like, she just couldn't read between the lines for shit. She couldn't read people. She just didn't understand the context clues. Like, she just couldn't figure shit out. And that's not Anna. Anna's very quick to figure some shit out. Some things are not so obvious, but that whole conversation, she figured that shit out. She broke that whole conversation down like a fraction. She figured it out. He was sitting there asking her about Robin and Patrick and how the weather was in California. I think that was a tip off right there because I always learn as soon as somebody asks you about the weather, they want something or they know something, or they're easing into a certain conversation. So whenever somebody bring up the weather out of nowhere, it's usually a tip off point for you that they want something or they know something. And I don't know if that was her tip off point, but she definitely figured something in that conversation wasn't right. She figured something wasn't cool. So she told Robert that. Robert figured that he was just trying to rattle her cage. And Anna was like, fuck that. She want to go back to Port Charles and show that motherfucker, yeah, he's dangerous, but she's just as lethal as he is. But they got hit on Carlos. He said that Robert told her that his WSB connections found Carlos at some motel. And as soon as they was on their way there, Paul got off the phone with somebody talking about, I hope that you took care something, take care of it or something like that. So when they got there, Carlos and Sabrina was long gone, but they found blood stains. And Robert initially thought maybe he hurt her, but Anna thought, she must have went into labor. And as soon as they were getting ready to leave, cops show up, pointing their guns at them. I said, this is Paul. This smells like Paul. It reeks of Paul. It reeks of the gutter. I already know Paul snitched and called the police just to stop in on Robert and give Carlos some time to get out of there. I figured as much. It ain't hard to tell. It is not hard to tell. And Carly bumped into Paul at the Metro Court. I was like, oh Lord, Carly, get away from him. So Sonny stood up and Carly caught him. But he downplayed him standing up, saying that he's not getting any better. His prognosis is the same. She wanted to tell the kids. He told her, don't tell nobody. Just shut up about it. It's not important. And I get where Sonny was coming from. I do. And Max came in or whatever, and Carly left. And Sonny told Max why he couldn't tell Carly. He said the reason he can't tell Carly about his prognosis, the fact that his legs are getting better, is because he knows she's going to run her mouth. She's going to tell the kids. They're going to tell Dante. Everybody's going to know before you know. And then he loses the element of surprise because he knows Michael could keep a secret, but he know for a fact Morgan and Christina can't shut up. He know they can't. Michael, he could trust him, but he know that they can't keep their mouth closed. And he doesn't want his enemies to know that he's back at full strength. He don't want them to know that. He wants to trap them, bring them into a false sense. And I kind of get where Sonny's coming from on this because Sonny actually, I don't know if you all remember this, but he made the same mistake against Anthony Zaccara back in 2008, late 2008. He made the same mistake, early 2009, same mistake he made with Anthony. Remember when Anthony was in that wheelchair? Sonny kept calling him old and fragile and weak because he was in that wheelchair. Sonny underestimated Anthony. He made a cardinal mistake. He underestimated Anthony. Kept calling him weak all because he was in that wheelchair. And little did he know, Anthony wasn't paralyzed. And the whole time Anthony was in that wheelchair, he manipulated the shit out of Sonny and Jason. And it was working too. It was working. His whole plan was to get Sonny to come over to the Zaccara organization, get him and Jason to go up against each other so they could cancel each other out, and Anthony could gain control of the Corinthos organization and the Zaccara organization. That was a smart power play. And you know what? It almost worked. You damn right. It almost worked. All because Sonny was so stupid and he underestimated. He walked right into Anthony trap perfectly. Hook, line, and fucking sinker. Hook, line, and sinker. He fell for it. He underestimated him. That was a foolish mistake. So now he wants Ava and Paul, or Ava and Julian, because he still thinks Julian is a part of this. He wants them to fall into his trap. It's a smart plan, but I think he's barking up the wrong tree where Julian is concerned, because Julian has nothing to do with this. So Paul still has the element of surprise because Sonny doesn't even know that Paul is involved in this. Sonny has the element of surprise, and so does Paul. So, who knows where this is gonna go. But it's an interesting thing. Very interesting. But Max was filling Sonny in on this Ava situation in her business because she's running running guns through his territory, and with Raj. Sonny know Raj ain't no good because I guess he know of his history or whatever. So by her dealing guns with him, that's putting their daughter in jeopardy. I think personally their daughter is in jeopardy either way because she's no better off with Sonny than she is with Ava. So Sonny's a target himself. But I digress. So anyway, what else happened on this shit? Oh, Sam, Franco. Franco can kiss my ass. He's sitting there acting all holier than thou. Oh, Franco, bitch, please. I cannot stand Franco. I really can't. Now he want to act all nice to Sam. Go sit down, please. Now he calls he's just a jackass. I just can't stomach this character. I really can't. I just can't. I just don't like the character. He just doesn't feel right for the show. No matter how many times they try to integrate him into the show, he just don't feel right. Um, so Jason went over to Elizabeth's house, and she rushing around waiting for the babysitter because she gotta go to work. Even though what she does is not technically work because the bitch don't do shit. If you consider walking around the hospital in everybody else's business, crying about Jason work, I guess. So she was talking to Jason. He told her about a flash of memory that he had about him and Sam, and she was all jealous about it. Bitch, you mad because all his memories don't include you? Not one of his memories include her. Get over it. And Jake is still pissed because his father won't come back home, and he's upset. So he's sitting there drawing or whatever. Um, So I looked at some of them drawings that he was doing, and when I looked at that picture of that whatever that thing was in that picture, a person, I guess, it looked like something demonic. I was looking at that picture, I was like, is that supposed to be Sam in that picture? Because that picture don't look nothing like Sam. That picture looked demonic. It looked like a devil, some sort of demonic spirit or something. I was like, what the hell? You ever seen that horror movie back in 2002 called The Ring? Remember that little girl that came out the well and she had come through the TV and if you watch that video and they call you on the phone and say you got 7 days till you die and she came coming through the TV. That's what that picture looked like. In all seriousness, as soon as I seen that picture, I remember that movie, The Ring. I remember it. If you don't know that movie, go online and look it up. It's called The Ring. They made, I think, 2 sequels to it. So go look it up. It's a hot movie. Interesting too. Um, so yeah, it was a pretty good episode. But anyway, check out Soaps and Death. Check out this magazine. In case you didn't know, on the bottom corner it says Nicholas loses it all. I love when I read this. I loved it because I got so much insight into future storylines. I loved it. I can't wait. And I have to pick up the other issue for February sweeps. I do have to pick that issue up, which is out now. So I'm definitely going to get that probably tomorrow. So anyway, I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Oh, there's something else I want to show you. It's a centerfold. Hopefully I can get it in. Isn't that a nice picture? That's such a nice picture. That's a nice picture. Papa Corinthos. Look at that. It's a beautiful picture. Anyway, I hope all you have a great day. See you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and do remember, do not look up the answer for that question. Do not. See you all later.